So this formula is taking a look at Hawaii, and then it is identifying 3 columns over, 1, 2, 3, which would be quarter 2, the intersection of that data, which happens to be the sales value of $165,000. The second way that you can use VLookup is by pairing it with the match formula. Now this option requires that you have a cell with the value that you want it to reference in the row and a value that you want it to reference for the column. Because I have multiple options for the row and column labels, I went ahead and created a quick drop-down list with each option so that I could quickly select from either of the options in my data. I do have a separate video on how to create a drop-down list, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and double click on that formula so you can see exactly what data we are pulling in here. When we click on the formula here, we see that it is pulling in that cell reference here in G3, and it's also pulling in that cell reference in G4. G3 here and G4 for the matching, and that is how it is able to identify the intersection of that data, which when I hit enter, you'll see that it'll return the value of $627,561, which is the sales for Illinois in quarter 3. And that takes us to our third option, which shows you how you can use VLookup to identify intersections of data. This option pairs VLookup with the HLookup formula. Now I do have a separate video posted recently where I showed you how I use this formula combination to identify intersections of data, and this is one that I use quite often. Now this one requires that you have a row below your column headings that assigns a number to each column. It tells it right here in the row index number that is where your column references are listed. And just like that, you just learned 3 ways that you can use VLookup to identify intersections in your data. If this helped you out with your projects, make sure that you go ahead and comment and let me know how it works for you. And just like that, you too can tech.